and we'll do it live.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another week of Totally Inappropriate Team Sports, or as we like to call it, TITS. I'm your host, Cheeseman.
And I'm going to beat you until your guts fall out of your pussy.
And I'm joined along with, as always, by...
Voices Innovations.
Too fucking tired to think of anything.
And Matty Icing.
You know, there's things outside of drugs, Luke. You could just be Luke Birch for a week. You should try it sometime.
I just want to acknowledge that the final thing we heard before hitting the go live button was hide and go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's what I was telling my dog because she wouldn't leave me alone. I said, why don't you go play hide and go fuck yourself?
Even before that, you said like something along the lines of like, you want me to punch her in the face as hard as I possibly can. And I was like, well, I'm very curious to see who in that house that comment was directed at. It's like 2 children, a wife, and a dog. And it's like, unfortunately, you picked the most offensive option, which is the dog. It'd be nice to the dog.
Fuck this dog.
I can
this
see
dog drives me up the fucking wall. She's jumped out the window twice in the last 2 days. Like, knocked the fucking screen out. And, yeah. And then, last week and the week before. Last week and the week before that, I'd been letting her out the back door because she goes out front and she tries to chase cars. She's on a chain, like she's gonna destroy my fucking porch. So I start putting her out the back door, and the bitch knocked down the skirting, like just plowed through the skirting on my trailer, and started fucking tearing out insulation from underneath it. Yeah, I'm like, you're like a fucking step away from just being out the door and gone for good. Like, I'm just gonna open the door. Oops, I forgot to put the chain on and shut it.
How old are you?
She's a little over a year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because for the most part, Charlie's not being that kind of destructive. Like, he'll destroy the shit out of any toys you give him, but he's not so much. He used to dig in a bunch of holes and shit, but he's not even that much anymore doing that.
Yeah, I've never had a dog this dumb.
Now he's busy filling holes.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Cavities, if you will.
That's right.
Even if you won't.
Well, luckily, not the cavities in my mouth. I'm appreciative of that.
He's got an epoxy for that. Oh, wait, he's fixed. Yeah, like, she still jumps up on me and other people all the fucking time. Like, I've never had a dog this difficult to fucking train.
He does that too, unfortunately.
No.
But I mean, it's not his fault so much because I allow him to do it to me, but then I try to get him to not do it to other people. There's an inconsistency there, so it's hard for him to.
Yeah. Junor says, Charlie knows all about the back door. That's a different Charlie.
Yeah. I was going to say, I wasn't the one that mentioned back door. I was the one that snickered when you said that.
And True North, we didn't.
We were
started
still 2
about
minutes.
2 minutes.
Yep, 2-3 minutes
2
late.
minutes late.
EPT, baby.
Which by our standards, I guess is early.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Minimize my window. Yeah, I'm out in the living room tonight, different venue. It's like 90 degrees in the room I usually do the podcast in, and the wife and baby are sleeping. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to hang out in the living room for now, and then if they wake up, I'll move to my bedroom where there's another air conditioner. I'll just go where they're not. So at some point, you may see things start moving around in the background. That's just me moving to another room. Anyway, how was y'all's week? Anything fun and exciting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ear infection that I spent the whole of March fighting decided to make a comeback.
Oh, cute.
Oh, I feel sorry for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, ear infections are pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, the last one I had when I had the flu had me contemplating, like, should I just take the whole bottle of pills and take care of this, or what?
Yeah. 17 ibuprofen is too many? I don't think so.
Fucking A.
Yeah, my father-in-law's been fucking putting down some narcos lately. He's got a bad tooth infection. Actually, has to go have 17 teeth pulled. So,
Oof.
yeah, it's gonna be rough for him. I've been studying for shit so I can get my certificate and then go in and take an exam to get my fucking license for health insurance and life insurance. After not being in school for like 23 years, it's fucking difficult.
Mhm.
Been trying to cram this shit, no pun intended, and it's not been easy. I'm getting 80% of my quizzes, but it's just taking me a while to get to the quizzes.
Right.
I told my boss last week that I'll be leaving in July. I waited until the end of the shift to tell her because I didn't want to deal with her being pissed off at me all day. She took it real good, but since then it's just been a downhill fucking slide because she's just been being more and more of a bitch to me since.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Like, I worked Friday, and she left a list of like fucking 30 things she wanted done. And I was going through and fucking doing them all, and then I got a call from the Cisco driver because we had a new driver, and he was having trouble finding the place. So I sat down for like 2 minutes to watch out the door for him so I can flag him down. And she fucking calls me. She's like, I'm not paying you to sit on your ass for a fucking hour. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I've been busy the entire time. I sat down for 2 minutes to watch out for the Cisco truck. So, is the list done? I was like, there's literally one thing left to do. She said, well, why are you sitting down? I fucking told you I'm watching for the Cisco truck. Do you want food delivered today? Or do you want to be fucked all week? It's your call. I can go vacuum the back room, or I can watch for the fucking truck and save business for next week. Your call. And like the lady I'm going to be working for was up there, and she's like, yeah, you're not just going to sit there and talk to her about your new job all day. I'm like, either you haven't been watching the cameras or you looked in at the worst possible fucking time, because I've been busy the entire fucking day. You'll see when you get here, everything's fucking done.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Seems like if you're going to quit your job, just quit it the same day. Don't give your boss any advance notice.
That's pretty much what I've always done.
Yep.
See, mine's the other way. He was all cool with it, and it's like, okay, yep, we'll have a good time and just treat me normal every day.
Yep. At Benito's, everybody that put in their 2 weeks notice got fired on the spot.
The crazy
Yeah.
thing is, like, he could just fire me now because, like, I probably work a combined 2 hours a day. The rest of it, there's not a whole lot for me to do. So it would save him quite a bit of money if he just let me go. But instead, he's keeping me on.
Where are you getting ready to go? I didn't even know you were about to get a new job.
Yeah, I'm going back to where I used to work at Open Dealer,
Okay.
getting a $10,000 pay raise and like 15 more days of PTO time. So, and it's 7 miles from my house.
Right.
So,
Pretty sweet.
so yeah, I can't pass up that opportunity. They reached out to me, and I was like, I mean, I'm gonna go back to school too, and they're gonna put money towards that. So, yeah, I can't really say no to this.
That's the problem with mine. I don't have any guaranteed fucking pay raise. My shit's all commission based, so I might quit my job and go work this other job and not get a paycheck for a fucking month or something.
Yeah.
So, big risk on my end. All right, well, enough of that bullshit. I guess let's just get right into this. We got our NHL and NBA recap and picks, and then we're gonna do like an all-time NFL team draft. So that should be fun. It'll take up some time, that's for sure. I'm not even gonna bother looking up like, oh, who's the fucking best receiver of all time. But I'm gonna fucking go based off of like personal favorites for the most part.
I feel like that's what most of us are going to do in most cases.
Yep, probably. Because it's just a pain in the ass to look up like, oh, I'm gonna take this dude that played in 1968 who had more sacks than anybody for 2 decades. Nope, not doing that. Let's see. Let's start off with NHL. Fuck it. Last week we had Dallas taking on Edmonton. Edmonton was favored by 1.5. Luke went alone with Edmonton, and going alone pays off again for Luke. Nobody gets any points other than Luke. 6.5 was the over-under. We all took the over. We all take the L with that one. Fuck Edmonton and fuck Dallas. Florida taking on Carolina. Florida's favored by 1.5. I went alone with Carolina, and going alone didn't pan out for me because I'm the only one that gets fucked by it. The rest of you pick up the point. Over-under was set at 5.5. Smark and Matt took the over. Smark and Matt get the point. So on the week, I went 0-4. Haha. Luke 2-2. Smark 2-2. Matt 2-2. So you all tied.
Fucking embarrassing.
Yeah. Overall records. Let's keep that fucking embarrassing drop close. I am now at 8-21.
Fucking embarrassing.
Luke, one game better than me at 9-20.
Fucking embarrassing.
And Matt and Smark are tied for the lead at 10-19.
Fucking embarrassing.
So we've all sucked copious amounts of ass through the playoffs. I can't wait for the hiatus. The only game we got is tomorrow night. Florida traveling to Edmonton. Edmonton favored by 1.5. I think Florida's the better team. I hate Edmonton. I also hate Florida. I think I might hate Florida a little more, so it pains me to do this, but I'm going to have to go with Florida on this one.
You rat bastard.
Yes, I am a rat bastard. Smark Wahlberg,
Where did you say the game was?
Edmonton,
I'm
Canada.
gonna go Florida anyway.
You rat bastard.
All right, Luke Birch.
Just to spice this up a bit,
Oil reserves. Oil? Excuse me 1 second. Operation Golden Eagle is a go.
But you fucking love Florida. True North says we need to do CFL picks this week. You can't possibly be worse at CFL picks than NHL picks. I mean, just based off of 50-50 chance on a lot of it, because we don't know any of the teams or what they do. You're probably right.
I think I know most of the teams. I couldn't tell you anybody had signed any of the rosters. But
the funny thing is, I actually would be able to pull up CFL numbers.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we all could, really.
Go Winnipeg. Winnipeg.
Go the Montreal Alouettes. It was just the first team that came to mind. All right, Matty Icing, Florida or Edmonton?
Who was favored?
Edmonton favored by 1.5.
I'll take Florida.
You rat bastard.
So Luke pulls out on his team when they're favored in the Stanley Cup Championship. It goes alone. Over under this game set at 6.5. I will take the under this time. Fuck it. Which one do you like, Smark?
I'm gonna go. What did you say it was?
6.5.
Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna go under too.
Right. Luke Birch.
I will go under.
And Matty Icing.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. I'll go under as well.
Yeah, last time we all went together on an over-under, none of us got a fucking point. So here's to hoping we shake that.
I've got CFL numbers up. If I do read these off, I expect picks from True North as well.
You hear that, True North? If you're willing to participate, we'll do it. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
All right. Well, while we're deciding if we're going to do that, we will go ahead and knock out NBA while we wait. Last week, we had New York taking on Indianapolis. I don't know why I always want to say Indianapolis. Indiana. Indiana favored by 2.5. Smark went along with New York. That did not work out for Smark. So the rest of us pick up a point with the Pacers. Thank you, Pacers. Over-under was set at 219.5. Me and Matty Icing took the over. Me and Matt hit with that. Next game, Minnesota at OKC. OKC favored by 8.5. Smark went along with OKC. This time going alone works out for Smark. Well done, Smark. Over-under was set at 220.5. Matt and Luke take the under. Matt and Luke hit there. So on the week, Smark Wahlberg goes 1-3. Me and Luke go 2-2. Maddie Icing goes 3-1. Nope, True North says let's do it. All right, I guess we'll do CFL picks here in a minute. On the postseason, I am in last in this one also. I hate the playoffs. I'm at 12-18. Smark 2 points ahead of me at 14-16. Luke 1 point ahead of Smark at 15-15. And the only one of us with a above 500 record, Maddie Icing at 17-13. So Thursday, we got Indiana traveling to OKC. OKC favored by 9.5. I think that's a bit high. Indiana's been good through the playoffs. Give me the Pacers to cover.
People with fatigue, post-exertional symptom exacerbation, and other energy limitations often use pacing to enable participation in life activities.
I'm bad at pacing. Smart Wahlberg.
I'm very conflicted now because there's a part of me that never wants to see that again. There's a part of me that wants to pick them just because it's the longest drop in human history. Okay, see.
They shouted blue light.
All right, Luke Birch.
I was going to go to Pacers just so we could play that at least once. I will take OKC.
They shouted blue light.
All right, Maddie Icing.
9.5's a lot. I'll take the Pacers.
People with fatigue, post-exertional symptom exacerbation, and other energy limitations often use pacing to enable participation in life activities.
All right, over-under set at 231.5. I'm going to take the over. Fuck it. Smart Wahlberg.
Over for me as well.
All right, Luke Birch.
I will take the under.
And Maddie Icing.
Over.
There is someone that has got pacing down to a T and doesn't need to learn anything, though.
Playing a gay pirate, he's a gay pirate, run a hole in the wall on my knees.
He's a gay pirate. All right. Well, I guess let's do these CFL picks real quick. I guess I got to write this shit down.
So I've got the numbers for 4 games, so let's do 4 games. First off, you've got the Ottawa Red Blacks traveling to the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Roughriders favored by 3.5. I'll start. Give me Saskatchewan.
All right. And what were those names again? The Ottawa what and the Saskatchewan? Which one's the Rough Riders?
The Ottawa and the Blacks versus the Saskatchewan.
It's the Ottawa Red Blacks and the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Now I see why Luke didn't take Ottawa.
Yep, because I'm a Rough Riders fan.
Also, not a fan of the Red Blacks. Turns out he doesn't like Native Americans either. I'll take Ottawa. Fuck it. We like Matt.
I'll take Ottawa as well.
And Smart Wahlberg.
Well, it is Pride, so I'm going to go with the Rough Riders.
Obviously, if I walked into this office and you were naked, I'd you right here, end quote.
All right, and looks like True North is taking Ottawa as well.
Next up, you've got the Toronto Argonauts traveling to the Montreal Alouettes. Alouettes favored by 4.5. I'll start. Give me the Argonauts.
All right. Well, since I referenced Montreal before this even started, I will take the Alouettes. Mark Wahlberg.
I am trying to look up Alouettes versus who one more time.
The Toronto Argonauts.
I'm going to go with the Argonauts because Mark Trestman was once the coach of the Alouettes, and I don't want that energy in my life ever again.
All right, Matty Icing.
I'll go with Toronto.
Shit, he was also the Argonauts head coach in 2017 to 2018. So this is the Mark Trestman.
All right, looks like me and True North are taking Montreal.
He's the senior offensive assistant for the Los Angeles Chargers. Who the fuck let him back in the NFL?
Jim Harbaugh.
I was just going to say the same organization that let Jim Harbaugh back into the NFL. All right.
Third matchup is the Hamilton Tiger Cats traveling to the Calgary Stampede. Hamilton favored by 1 point. Hamilton favored by a Rouge.
A Rouge. We have a Rouge River in Michigan.
Not go Calgary.
I will also go Calgary.
I'll make that 3 because I'm not taking somebody that's going to say that they're tigers and cats. We know tigers are in the cat family. Come on. True North's going with Hamilton. Matty Icing.
I'm going Rouge.
Wait, a Rouge is a point. So you want Calgary or you want Hamilton?
Hamilton.
Okay. Yeah, that puts Matt and True North on with Hamilton.
And finally, you've got the Edmonton Elks against the British Columbia Lions. British Columbia favored by 5.5. I'll start this off.
Oh,
Give me
no.
Edmonton.
All right. Fuck. I wanted to take British Columbia because I'd like to go to Vancouver sometime. It looks fucking awesome. But 5.5's the Devil's number. Edmonton's the Devil's team. What do I take? I don't know what to do here. Fuck it. I'm gonna look the devil in the eye. Give me BC. Let's see. Added bonus. I got a fucking drop from the retard. I mean, mentally handicapped child. Smart Wahlberg.
I'd like to know what kind of bullshit it is that there's already a bye week for a team in CFL. Where the fuck is Winnipeg? I do not like this. Edmonton.
Matty Icing.
Edmonton loves its Eastern Michigan player. Shout out Steven Nielsen, the number 2 overall pick. And Cole Snyder, the old quarterback here. I'll take Edmonton.
And True North. Oh, taking BC.
And Matt has fucked off.
He's like, all right, I made my picks. I'm getting out of here before we do any of this dumb shit. Not even saying later. Talk to you guys next week. Fun show. Just fuck off. All right. Fuck it. We'll fill him in when he gets back. We'll just figure this out now. For the draft, are we picking by position for the defense? Like every position?
I think so. I think we can do that.
Okay. Well, I might have to look some up.
Well, what I was thinking, do we want to do, we'll just leave it up to consensus, but do you want to do, I'm thinking 2 edge, 1 linebacker, or 2 edge, 2 linebackers?
I mean, you got to have 2 linebackers, in my opinion.
All right, 2 edge, 2 linebackers. I'm thinking offensive line we could omit if we want to, unless everybody just wants to pick like one player. We could do the whole thing if you really want, but I don't.
Yeah, offensive line's a little trickier. It's like I don't know a whole lot of them. Like one name comes to mind, like one of the all-time best, I would say. Fuck it. We'll just do one offensive lineman. How about that?
Sounds good to me. And I want general consensus on this one. I'm trying to think of how to word this properly. Do we want to do one little fuck? I had the words right in my head.
One little fuck, huh?
You want to do one little fuck before we start this? One little stipulation. That's what I was looking for. One stipulation. It would only affect one pick, but it would make things slightly more interesting.
What's that?
Well, I don't want to say it.
No.
Vote on it, or yes or no, and then I will say afterwards.
Yes.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
Surprise stipulation.
Sure, why not?
And I'm also going to go yes. The surprise stipulation. Good call, man. The surprise stipulation is that we each have to pick one member of our draft picks from our favorite team.
No, that shouldn't be
Primary
a problem
team,
at all.
not secondary team. It could be offense, it could be defense, just one lion, one bear, one falcon.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the draft, I'm sure. I mean, for each position or just at least once in the draft?
Just one player.
Oh, okay.
Any position.
Well, yeah. That's going to happen at some point anyway, I'm sure. Like I already said earlier,
Definitely.
yeah, especially with me and Matt. So I'm going based off of like favorite players mostly.
It's kind of funny because I was thinking that up earlier. I figured that would be a benefit to Luke and I, but it'd be a little harder for you guys. But you seem the most gung-ho about it, so I don't know if that backfired.
Off the top of my head, I instantly know who I'm going to be going for Buffalo. Just need to think of someone for Green Bay.
Well, you don't have
your
to pick.
primary team.
Yeah, just one pick.
They,
I mean, if
they
you want to
both
pick
are.
Buffalo players, go right ahead. But... Oh, and bring up
They're
the Wheel
equal.
of Doom if you would be so kind.
Yeah, I was just thinking we do an order for offense and then respin it to do another order for defense.
We can do that. Yeah, that seems fair. So offense the first time.
Yep.
Come on, respin.
Slow down. Slow down. Yes. Yes.
That's not good. Respin. Oh,
Son of a
there
bitch.
we go.
Smart just got F in the A.
I was so excited too.
He just got Charlied.
Tonight, you.
And this time it barely misses the respin and works out for Luke.
This shit seems rigged.
Yeah, it's gonna be Matt. Smirk, your idea. Let us pick.
Mm-hmm. We love it.
Okay. All right, so starting with a quarterback, I would assume.
I mean, you could pick any play. I would actually just go ahead and go with any position. I go thinking quarterback, running back, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 offensive line.
Okay, so we just have to keep track of our own shit.
I'll write it down as we're going.
Okay, well, the one player I gotta get above anybody, and I gotta snag him before Matt.
Yep, I know.
I'm taking running back. Give me Barry Sanders. Sorry, Matt. It leaves you the other player that you would want from the Lions.
Yeah. Matthew Stafford, so I can have Kelly.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly who you're picking.
The temptation to go with Megatron right now is strong.
Do it. If you don't, you're a better man than I, because if I was in your position, I would totally do it.
Let me look at the all-time Packer grades. Hang on.
Once again, mind you, it could be offense or defense. It doesn't have to be like both offense and both defense. It's just one player total.
Well, we got spin for defense still.
And how many receivers are we doing?
I would say 2.
Dose. I mean, if you really want, we can do 3, but just 2 seem like the most sensible. So I'm sure we could all three name. We could name 3 wide receivers, but 2 seem like it makes more sense.
I'm going to be kind, and I am going to go receiver, but I'm going to go Jerry Rice.
Damn it. That was going to be my second pick if it got around to me. All right, Matty Icing is on the clock now.
Have you guys ever heard of Titus Young?
Yes.
I'm going to go with the guy that he thought he was better than in Calvin Johnson.
Fuck Titus Young. That guy sucked.
I mean, he had so much skill, but he just was AB on steroids with the CTE.
Yeah. I seen a guy wearing a CTE shirt earlier today. I was like, I wonder if he used to play football. All right, Smart Wahlberg, you're on the clock.
We left you Jay Cutler, Smart.
Now he's fuck. Was it not Rex Grossman? Kyle Orton. Kyle Orton was his favorite QB in Chicago.
You're correct.
I thought it was Nick Foles.
I hate Nick Foles so much. Well, not really.
You better take Mitch now.
Let's see. I am going to go. Trying to decide. Yeah, I'm going to take it while I can. I'm going to go Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, first quarterback off the board.
Damn it, he was next if it got back round to me.
All right, that puts me on the clock. I got to pick up a wide receiver before all the great ones are gone. I should have been thinking about who I was going to pick instead of Jerry Rice after Jerry Rice got picked, but I'm dumb, and I didn't. So now I'm fucking sitting here racking my brain like shit.
Quick question, Smart.
Yes.
With the favourite team rule, do we have to pick one on both sides of the ball?
No, just one on either offense or defense. You can pick as many as you want, but just one. Mandatory.
Oh.
I feel like on defense, you should have to pick somebody from your most hated rival. Like we all had to pick a Packer, and then Luke has to either pick a Bear or a Lion.
I mean, I could make that work, especially on defense. I don't know about offense. No, I just thought of one on offense I would pick, probably. But I'm not going to do that right here. There's a lot of really good receivers, but like none on the level of fucking Calvin Johnson and Jerry Rice. And the one that keeps coming to mind over and over for some reason is Tim Brown. So I guess give me Tim Brown.
That's a good pick.
Oh boy, imagine a receiving core of Jerry Rice and Randy Moss.
Damn it, because that was when my receiving core is Calvin Johnson and Randy Moss.
Yeah, I thought about Randy, but I was like, nah. He was a Viking.
I think of him more with New England.
He played the majority of his career in Minnesota with catching passes from fucking Dante Culpepper, also a former Lion.
Because I always think of him as a Titan. You can forget his illustrious run in Tennessee. He collected a paycheck for 2 years to not do anything, and then went to New England. It was significantly better.
Who was throwing him the ball for Tennessee, though?
Maybe.
I feel like that was
I don't
after
think so.
McNair.
Oh, God. Fucking Billy Volek, maybe? Let's see. I'll look it up. I know a surprising amount of Titans quarterbacks just based on region, but it's...
All right, well, while Smart looks that up, Matt, you're on the clock with your second pick.
I think I'll go receiver again. Give me somebody I loved watching play. When he scored a touchdown, he had some of the great celebrations. I'll take T.O.
How did I know you were going with T.O.?
I feel like that's a nice receiving core. Calvin Johnson, T.O.
Trying to think. Actually, you know what? It's right there. And I feel like the receivers that I have in mind are going to still be there later. I guess it would be since everybody else all have their receivers yet.
Right.
Okay, cool. Then I lose nothing. Oh, okay. Well, if I can flip a coin, hope that he's still there. I am going to tailor make this to my quarterback. I am going to go with Gronk as my tight end.
Well done. Yeah, for some reason I hadn't even really thought of tight end. I don't know who I would want at tight end. I need a tight end, another wide receiver, and an offensive lineman. Are we going fullbacks too?
If you want.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a consensus thing.
Actually, no, because you don't get to have Mike Allstott. That's the only fucking good tight end, and you're the first pick. So no fullbacks.
That's why I thought about it. I was like, well, there's Mike Allstott, and then there's
Mike Allstott again.
Who's the dude that played for
Lorenzo Neal?
The dude that played for the Cowboys in front of Emmitt Smith was pretty damn good too. I just
Daryl Johnston.
Yeah, Daryl Johnston. And don't forget all-time Lions great Corey Schlesinger.
I dare not. I know Jason McKee, but that's just because he was a lifelong Bear, but he wasn't like actually good or anything. I just remember he was there.
You know, fuck it. I'll jump on tight end. Give me Antonio Gates.
While I still plan on picking another one later, I'm going to get the requirement for a bill out the way and take Thurman Thomas.
Okay. Solid pick. Matty Icing's on the clock then.
All right, I guess I'll go ahead and take my quarterback now. Go ahead and give me Patty Mahomes.
Yuck.
Gay!
I don't know. I think he'll go down as the best. Ever since I watched him throw a ball like 30 yards, hit a receiver dead in the hands when he's parallel to the ground, kind of won me over.
I am a menace, smacking his balls like in tennis, sucking this dick till he finished. Now letting his semen replenish, balls in my throat.
Hell yeah. There you have it. I am going to go, since I have 2 wide receivers left and running back, and I'm really surprised that nobody tried to snake me. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Give me Walter Payton.
I'm not going to snake yet. Barry Sanders was my first overall pick. So
it fulfills an obligation this way, that in case I'm in a bad spot later at the defense, I'm just going to go ahead and fulfill my obligation.
Yeah, it occurred to me when Matt made his pick. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, I still haven't selected my quarterback. I'm like, oh, I need a tight end and a wide receiver. I fucking forgot about quarterback, but that's fine because this is where I make
the only other person that doesn't have a quarterback is Luke. So you're next, so you're in the clear anyway.
Yeah, this is where I get to make my pick for my B team. Give me Dan Marino. I know he didn't win shit, but dude was amazing.
I will take the O-line at this point. Give me Anthony Munoz.
Guess it's my turn to take O-line too. Between 2. I'll just go ahead. You and Joe Thomas.
Damn it! That was going to be my offensive lineman. Son of a bitch.
That's for Barry.
Well, since there's a rush on the offensive lineman, I'm going to go ahead. And that's not where I was planning on going. But I will take my offensive lineman too, and give me Orlando Pace.
All right, well, while I try to figure out offensive lineman, I guess I'll take my other wide receiver now. Give me Larry Fitzgerald.
I'm between two. Does someone have a coin they could toss?
I do. I can dig it out of my pocket. Oh, wait, it's in my ass.
Not a
Okay.
roll of quarters.
Got it.
Okay, flip it.
We got tails.
Okay, then give me Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, that was the tight end I was thinking.
It was him or the slut fucker in Casey.
Let's see. I'm on. Go ahead. I'm gonna take running back. Give me AD, Adrian Peterson.
You're right the first time. AP.
Well, actually, it's AD because I think it's supposed to be all day. But
oh, okay.
All right, there we go. Let's see, I guess I got 2 wide receivers left for the offense. I am going to go with Marvin Harrison.
Solid.
Senior.
Get down. All right, I looked through a list of offensive linemen, and it's mostly a list of like, who the fuck is this? And they played in 1927 before black people were allowed in the country. So I'll just go with someone who's still currently playing, is putting up great numbers, and even though they're young in their career, I'm sure they'll be one of the greatest of all time eventually. Give me Penei Sewell.
yeah, that was my other guy I was thinking about.
So it's just QB to go for me. I think I'll go with the best left-handed one of all time. And don't worry, puppy, I'm not going on about Michael Vick. Give me Steve Young.
All right, I think all I have left is tight end. Give me Shannon Sharp.
I do secretly enjoy that we all just kind of banded together to say "fuck you, Travis Kelce."
To be fair, if that coin flip had landed on heads, I would have gone for Kelsey.
Trying to decide. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I was torn between 2 people. And while Tom Brady loves small white wide receivers, I had a small black wide receiver in mind. So I don't think it's the same for him. So instead of going with Steve Smith, I'm going to go Justin Jefferson.
Steve Smith would have been a better choice.
Forgot about Jefferson.
That's been like the best position consistently for the Vikings is wide receivers. They had Randy Moss, they got Jefferson, and Chris Carter.
Chris Carter would have been a good one too. I didn't think about him.
No. True North says I like my tight ends young and inexperienced. Well, then may I introduce you to Laporta? Well, he's on like his 3rd season coming up, so.
Moving pretty quick there. Why don't you have a seat right over there? Okay. At the stool.
Okay.
Okay. So I think that wraps it up for the offense.
Indeed.
What positions are we doing for defense?
Defense. So what I have here is we're going 2 edge, 2. Do we want to do 2 defensive tackle or just 1?
Fuck it. Let's just do 1.
Just one. Okay, so one defensive tackle, 2 linebackers, 2 cornerbacks, 2 safeties.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I just stopped because I didn't have safeties written down for some reason, so now I gotta fucking add safeties for everything. So I had 2 linebackers, so I have to realize that. Okay, that's not that hard though.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
So now we're gonna bring up the wheel of death again and determine the order for defense. No, Matty Iceland's gonna get the first pick on defense. Oh no, he's
that's
not.
smart.
Yeah. Very good, very good.
Worst two first. Worst two first. Damn you, respin.
Respin.
Respin again, you fag.
This actually kind of puts me in a pickle. Because there's 2 players I really want that I'm almost certain that one of them will not be available. Or that they both won't be available.
Luke Birch gets second pick.
How many safeties did you say we were doing?
2.
Oops.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Oh, that's me.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
I'm respin again.
Respin. They just got 3 picks on the first.
So Matt got third pick on both of them. I went from first to worst, and Smart went from worst to first. Which means I'm not likely to get what was going to be my first pick, but I might, so we'll see. There we go. Now it's official. All right, Smart Wahlberg on the board.
See, I'm almost wondering if I should strategically try to switch because I was torn between 2 players. I feel like if I don't take him, we're going to take him. But I almost feel like that's a risk I'm willing to take because there's more depth, positionally speaking. So, with that being said, first pick, I am going to go Darrell Revis.
On island.
That's 1 corner off the board.
I will start out by fulfilling the obligation to take a Packer. Give me Charles Woodson.
You fucker.
Was that who you were taking?
That was going to be my first overall pick.
Ah. Yeah, I thought it was going to be Ed Reed because that's what I'm taking.
That was going to be my second overall pick. I was like, oh, Charles Woodson ain't there. Maybe I can get Ed Reed. Now I'm fucked. Oh, God damn it. Gotta think. You know what? This is where I'll go with one of my rivalry team picks. And this might be burning Smark's ass. Sorry, Smark. First pick for me on defense. Give me linebacker Brian Urlacher.
Yeah, that's actually not. Let's see. Hey, Matt, who did you pick again? Sorry.
Ed Reed.
Ed Reed.
Dickhead.
Yes, safety. I got you. Good. That is a good pick. And then I just want to try to keep up with this shit. I was falling behind. There we go. All right. That is not where I was going to go. I'm actually fucking delighted that he is still there. So with my pick, I got both my top 2 guys. Go ahead and give me Lawrence Taylor.
I forgot about LT. How does one forget about LT? I don't know. You just do. Motherfucker was even in a video game.
Would Aaron Donald count as an edge or a DT?
Tell you what, you can make it whatever you want to make it.
I'll have Aaron Donald as the DT.
Okay.
Damn it, Luke.
All right. Matty Icing on the clock.
All right. I believe this player played for the Packers and Bears. Give me edge rusher Julius Peppers.
Ooh, that's a good one.
He did.
I'm just gonna check those boxes.
No, that was. You said the Packers. I was like, motherfucker, he's gonna rip me off right before it gets to me again, but he didn't.
Are we committing to doing the rival thing?
Not necessarily, but I wanted Brian Urlacher anyway, and I'm doubling up on it too, I guess, because for my next pick, I'm taking Reggie White as one of my edges, defensive end.
I've already got one pulled up for the next one if he gets past Mark.
See. Fuck. Yeah, okay, I'm confident. There's just, I should do it, but there's less depth at safety than there is edge. So I'm going to go ahead and take Troy Polamalu.
Bitch! That was my next pick. I knew I should have taken Troy before fucking Reggie, but I got scared Reggie wouldn't be there anymore. I thought Troy would still fall to me.
If you want to know a secret, I swear to God, you made the right call, because that was going to be my pick at edge. Despite Luke, and also because he's really fucking good. And I think I might know who Luke's going to pick.
She's got to get a Bears linebacker, so I'll do the same. Give me Dick Butkus.
I was wrong.
All right, with my pick here, I probably should have taken him in the first round, and I didn't. So the media is probably going to say I'm a racist, and I don't like him because he's black and everything. Just like his son, who fell to the 5th round. Give me Dion.
Yeah. That's the second cornerback to come off the board.
That's right.
His positions are getting thin fast. All right, that puts me on the clock, right?
That's right.
All right, I gotta get a safety before they're all fucking gone, I guess. Give me Brian Dawkins.
You bastard.
See? Gotta get him before they're all gone.
All right, then let's me up next. I am going to go. I think it's just too much value to pass on, to be honest. I'm going to go edge, and I'm going to go J.J. Watt.
Okay.
I kind of regret leaving safety this long. I'll take one of the two at least. Give me Eric Berry.
That's a good one.
All right, Matty Icing.
I need a killer on my team, but someone who can kill somebody and get away without killing them. Let's go ahead and give me that linebacker, Ray Lewis.
Damn. That's a good one. I guess I'm going to snag me a cornerback while they're still there. Give me Darrelle Revis.
He is not still there.
Taken.
He was literally my first pick.
Oh, okay. My bad. For some reason I don't remember that.
No.
Well, then give me... I still got to stick a cornerback because it's thin. Give me Champ Bailey.
Ooh.
Very good call. Trying to think. I got an edge. I got defensive tackle, cornerback, and I got safety. You know what? I could probably still find value in some other places. Go ahead and do the defensive tackle. Give me Warren Sapp.
Damn it.
Okay, so I'm going to be completely honest. I haven't been paying the most attention, so I don't know if this guy has been taken yet or not. Has anyone taken Ronnie Lott?
No.
Nope.
Okay, then I will do that.
That was going to be my next safety. All right, Matty Icing.
All right, I'm gonna take another corner. Finish up my corners. I'm gonna be a homer. I'm gonna take a Lion. Never seen this guy play, but I know I've heard of his name. I know he has good stats. So give me that Dick Night Train Lane.
Thought you were about to take Robert Porsche for a second.
You were taking him as a safety?
No, he said his corner.
Very good.
All right, Matt's out of corners now. Safeties are really fucking thin now. You know what? Give me a white guy. I'm going to take John Lynch.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Cue the racist drop.
Okay, so I got an edge, I got a cornerback, and I got two safeties. I'm trying to decide here if I want to be practical or if I want to be a homer. You know what? We win nothing by doing this, so I'm just going to be a homer. My last edge, give me Khalil Mack, please.
I'll finish off my linebacker group with Patrick Willis.
And I want to get my other safety to finish that off. Give me a Legion of Boom, Earl Thomas.
Oh, yeah, shit. I still got to get a defensive tackle in here, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. That can wait. I'm going to take my other cornerback, I guess. I'm worried that's going to fall off soon. Give me... Actually, no. Fuck that. I got two that I can pick from still. I'll wait on that. I guess I will take my defensive tackle. Give me that fucking scary motherfucker to line up across from John Randall.
Oh, near your bass, okay. So, I'm trying to decide. Therein lies the problem. Fucking heck. A little bit before my time. Actually, no, you know what? He played cornerback and he played safety. So I'm going to put him at safety. And I will go Rod Woodson.
So who'd you take?
Rod Woodson.
Rod Woodson. Okay, yeah, that's solid.
Not to be
The funny guy?
Dude's a bit of a cancer and fell off real hard. But in his prime, he was one hell of a corner. Give me Richard Sherman.
Damn. That was one of the two I had set aside. So. Luckily, Matt's already picked both his corners, so I'm going to go and take my other one now.
All right. I think I need one more edge, and I feel like I need to fill it because there's a big gap there. So I can give my three hand. I'll pick three hand.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay.
As soon as he said gap, I was like, God damn it. That was going to be my other fucking edge rusher. But now I got to take my cornerback before he's gone because it was between Richard Sherman and Ty Law. So give me Ty Law.
There we go. Okay. And this probably isn't going to come as any surprise to anyone, since the only thing I have left is a cornerback, and I am a very obvious homer. Give me Charles Cook.
There should still be two positions
Yeah,
up
I
there.
have two left.
Do you have two left? What am I missing? Fucking hey, I did this wrong. So, oh, we're doing two linebackers, aren't we?
Yeah.
Ah, that's right. God damn it. Okay.
Okay,
Never
that's it.
mind. Right.
Yeah, so I still need a linebacker and another fucking edge.
Oopsie daisy. All right.
All right, over to Luke Birch.
Surely Bruce Smith hasn't fallen this far.
Surely he has.
Yeah, guess what, Luke? You
Well,
should
no further.
the all-time sack leader. It was between that was my like who I was torn between in terms of edge because I had one more edge pick. It was between him and Mac, and I just like Mac more, even though Bruce Smith has better stats.
Should have put. You could put Mac at linebacker. Man,
I guess sort of, yeah. But, Bruce Smith's not available anymore anyway, so fuck it.
I was about to say Matt hasn't made his homer pick for this one, but I forgot he took Night Train Lane.
all right. Let's see. I got to fill. I have linebacker and defensive tackle. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my last linebacker spot. I don't want the senior. I want Junior Seau.
I'll gunshot to the chest. Save my brain for research. All right, that puts me on the board. I guess I'm going to snag up my other defensive end. This is like another rival pick, but the dude was a fucking beast. Give me Chicago Bear Richard Dent. Dick Dent.
I think technically, though, well, I don't want to show my ass here, but I think that was more so a defensive tackle. But like,
let's see. I had to do a bit of Google research for the defensive ends, and best defensive ends of all time, Richard Dent comes up.
oh, did you need? Oh no, sorry. For whatever reason, I thought you had him as a linebacker. Fucking got everything all fucked up.
Yeah, no, it's my last defensive.
Yeah,
end.
no, that totally counts. Never mind, my bad. What do you? God, fuck! I fucked it all up. Shit. Oh no, okay, that's easy to fix. All right, never mind. Who do you have as your secondary linebacker?
My second what?
Oh no, you haven't done it yet, have you? Second line.
No, that's gonna be my last pick.
All right, that makes sense. Why that is empty. Very good. All right. Let's see. So I am down to my last pick at linebacker. Let me do a quick Google search here. Well, it's more of I just want to make sure that he counts as a linebacker. God damn it, defensive end shit. Fuck, I really wanted him. I can put him at linebacker, I guess. Right?
It's your team. You can put him at safety.
Right.
That's true. No, I'll try to think of a fucking linebacker. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. He's still on the board, and I've been doing homer picks all night anyway. Give me Mike Singletary.
Ah, shit.
Also, I was going to do Deacon Jones, but makes more sense to actually pick a linebacker to be linebacker.
I will finish off with another rival pick. Someone that played for both Minnesota and Chicago. Give me Jared Allen.
I thought about taking Jared Allen, but I decided not to because he just destroyed the Lions so bad. I hated him. He got like 5 sacks against us every fucking game he played against us, I swear.
That makes you run out of bounds in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
Luke, who was your defensive tackle?
Defensive tackle was Aaron Donald.
Did somebody take Joe Green?
No.
Me and Joe Green? No, he's out there.
All right, well, since I need a D tackle, that's my D tackle.
I thought you took Warren Sapp as your defensive tackle.
No, I was going to.
Oh, that
I
was
thought
smart.
about
Okay.
it, and then Smart said it, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I won't take him.
All right. Well, I was saving this for last pick because I figured he'd fall to me. It's my homer pick on defense. He was a favorite of my childhood. He may not be one of the best ever, but for my final linebacker, give me Chris Spielman. I knew nobody else was going to take him. I'm like, that's too old for Matt to pick up on.
I know him, but yeah.
Yeah, but he's not going to come to mind.
All right, so I'll just go ahead and I've been keeping track of. Hopefully, I got everything right, but I will read back the rosters to everybody. We'll start off with Cheese. Got quarterback Dan Marino, running back Barry Sanders, wide receivers Tim Brown and Ray Fitzgerald. Got intern.
You're about a mile from your mic.
This is
I like
further as he went.
That's the way I like it.
Fuck up.
So, let's see, better, worse, better.
Yeah, better.
Way better.
All right. So let's read back this rosters real quick. We got Cheese, quarterback Dan Marino, Barry Sanders, Tim Brown, and Ray Fitzgerald at wide receiver, Antonio Gates at tight end, Penny Sewell at offensive line. In the defense, we have Reggie White and Richard Dent at the edge, John Randall, defensive tackle, Brian Urlacher, Chris Spielman at linebacker, Champ Bailey and Ty Law at cornerback. Probably my favorite safety combination of Brian Dawkins and John Lynch. Luke, we got quarterback Steve Young, running back Thurman Thomas, wide receiver Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, tight end Tony Gonzalez, offensive lineman Anthony Munoz. I lost my place, son of a bitch in the hell. Defensive end Bruce Smith and Jared Allen. Defensive tackle Aaron Donald. Linebackers Dick Buckus and Patrick Willis. Cornerbacks Charles Woodson and Richard Sherman. Safeties Eric Berry and Ronnie Lott. Matt has quarterback Patrick Holmes. Running back Adrian Peterson. Wide receivers Calvin Johnson and Terrell Owens. Tight end Shannon Sharp. Joe Thomas on the offensive line. And for edge, Julius Peppers and Michael Strahan. Defensive tackle, Joe Green. Linebackers, Ray Lewis and Junior Seau. Which is actually a really good combination of like homicide and suicide. Good synergy. Cornerbacks, Deion Sanders and Dick Nitrain Lane. And safeties, Ed Reed and Earl Thomas. And for me, I have Tom Brady at quarterback, running back, Walter Payton, wide receivers, Marvin Harrison and Justin Jefferson, tight end, Bob Gronkowski. Offensive line, Orlando Pace. At edge, I have J.J. Watt and Khalil Mack. Defensive tackle, Warren Sapp. Linebackers, Lawrence Taylor and Mike Singletary. Cornerbacks, Darrell Rivas and Charles Tillman. And safeties, Troy Polamalu and Brad Wilson.
All right. I think Luke's got the best wide receiver combination. Fucking Jerry Rice and Randy Moss, that's nuts.
Jerry Rice and anybody is probably going to do it, but yeah, Jerry Rice and Randy Moss is fucking crazy.
I know, I was hoping. I was like, oh, if I could just get Randy Moss and pair him with Calvin Johnson, but that third overall pick.
Yeah, Matt does have the interesting linebacker combination.
I think just based here on that fact alone, the synergy that they have, he probably has the best linebacker group. It's a good pairing.
I'm going to shoot you, but it's going to be non-fatal, and then you can shoot yourself to finish yourself off.
Giving him the idea.
I think
It's
in
hard to
terms
believe
of
that
state,
fucking Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, and Warren Sapp all played at the same time for the Miami defense in college. Did you imagine
And The
having to
Rock.
line up against that? Oh, fuck The Rock.
Okay, it was not very good.
Every time you line up on offense against them, it's just like
Tonight, you.
Did they win?
I think they went to the championship, but I think they lost. I think that was the game that Willis McGahee's knee went backwards.
I'm trying to see. Oh God, I got to tap something. I got to tap a lot of loose ends here. Give me a second. I will
Hi.
figure out if they won or not. Oh my God. Fucking. So to answer the question from like 8 hours ago, who was throwing to Randy Moss and the Titans? Kerry Collins. Jesus Christ, this is terrible. This is a bad group. Kerry Collins, Chris Sims, and Rusty Smith. I don't know who the fuck that is.
That's the worst
Chris
quarterback
Jones.
room since the current Cleveland Browns.
This is the worst Titans quarterback room since last year's Titans.
And potentially this year's.
The fucking wide receiver room is pretty terrible too. We got Kenny Britt, Justin Gage, Lavelle Hawkins, Mark Marioni. Randy Moss is there, but he's not trying. Nate Washington.
That team really fell off after they lost that Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then they rebounded, but they had Derrick Henry, but then they fucking got choked out by the Chiefs, and it was all over.
Somebody finally woke up from her like 3-hour nap. I'm going to be up all night. I get to open tomorrow too. Yay.
Huzzah.
Mama. Mama. Mama.
Mama went to the other room.
Mama.
Why you just keep repeating Mama?
Mama.
How about you count?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Yeah, 5. You going to keep going?
1, 2,
So I'm going to start over.
3, 4, 5. 5.
You can go to 20. Why do you keep stopping at 5?
1, 2, 3, 5.
Okay.
1, 2, 4, 5. 5,
What 6?
10, 8, 9, 10, 11,
11 is 1 1.
12,
Turns into gibberish a little bit there towards the end, but she's trying. All right, what was the other thing that we were supposed to be looking at besides who was throwing the ball to Randy Moss? That was another thing.
I just looked at to see if that Miami Hurricanes team
Oh,
won
that's
the
it, yeah.
championship, and they did not. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Like I said, I think that was the year Willis McGahee's knee went backwards. That was fucking brutal.
Funny enough, they won in 1991 with significantly worse talent, just on paper.
Yeah. Nobody cared about college football in 91. That was when Michigan had like Todd Collins. And they blew that game against Colorado and Cordell Stewart throwing the fucking Hail Mary.
That can't be the same fucking Todd Collins that I'm thinking.
Could be. The dude floated around the NFL for years and never did anything.
Oh my, he has, if it's the same, let's see, I'm going to make sure. No, I don't think it is.
He was Chad Henne before Chad Henne.
No, he is. His last year was in 2010 for the Chicago Bears. He has the rare distinction, and I do not say this lightly, so please fucking frame it and hang it up on your fridge. The worst Bears quarterback I've ever seen. And like, I am an expert. I've seen them all. They're all terrible, but he specifically was the fucking worst that I've ever seen.
I've got up a list of the last time every NFL team was sold and how much they were sold for.
Real quick here, 10 for 27. That's a 37% completion percentage for 68 yards. And let me check my notes here. Yes, 5 interceptions in the 2 games that he played as a player.
He was drafted in '95. I thought he played for more teams than he did, but he played with Buffalo. He got drafted by Buffalo, played there for 2 years, went to Kansas City for 7 years, played with Washington for 3 years, and then 1 year with Chicago to end his career.
He had a quarterback rating of 5.9.
Well, his career quarterback rating was 71.8. He had 4,500 passing yards in fucking 15 years. 22 touchdowns and 24 interceptions.
Did he run out of the back of an end zone, though?
No, he was not Dan Orlovsky. Who else just did that? Somebody else did that too, so Dan Orlovsky could rejoice.
They did.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
I would still say I would rather be Jimmy Garoppolo than fucking Dan Orlovsky.
And it was actually lucky for Garoppolo that he did. Because after stepping out the back, he threw the ball, and it would have been a pick six.
It's one of those rare strategic safeties.
All right, Chad Henne, the other Michigan quarterback I referenced, played from 2008 to 2022. He played for the Dolphins, the Jaguars, and the Chiefs. In all those years, he had 13,000 yards, so he was much better than Todd Collins. His passer rating was only 76.1. He had 60 touchdowns and 63 interceptions. This must have been like majorly when he was in Miami starting in the beginning of his career. Yeah, he sucked. He's best known for coming in when fucking Mahomes got hurt and throwing that one pass to pick up the first down. He got 2 Super Bowl rings in Kansas City. All right. Anything else? I'll say this thing, right?
I'm going to read out the franchise and the year they were last sold. There's no points or anything, but I want you to guess how much they were sold for.
Okay.
First off, Green Bay have never officially been sold, being fan run, so we're just going to skip over them. Chicago, 1920.
$3 million. No, not even that.
$5 in a Snickers bar.
$300K.
Did you answer, Smart?
I go 7 million.
The closest was cheese. They were sold for $100. 1933 saw the last sale of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
$250.
Go.
Yeah, I'll go 20,000.
$85 in a jawbreaker.
If only Matty Icing had added that one extra zero. It went for $2,500.
Oh, wow. Could you imagine buying an entire sports franchise for $2,500?
What year was that, Luke?
That was 1933.
For real, that's the thing you got to do if you have a fucking time machine. If I just stop getting
right?
and I'm going back to fucking 1920. It's $7.
They're going to take my money. They're going to be like, this shit's fake. 2025, this bill was printed. Get the fuck out of here.
I wanted to see what it would be. So for $2,500 in 1933, today that would equivalent after inflation and everything. That team was bought for $60,000 and $229.96.
Jesus.
I like the I'm just kind of tripping out at you going back with the time machine, buying the Bears for like $8, like looking up who to draft and when, and then just still everything going wrong somehow. Like I draft like fucking Tom Brady and he gets hit by a bus.
Just very quickly, my bad. This doesn't go by when they were sold. It goes by increasing amounts. And I completely forgot the Giants in 1925 were in between the Bears and Steelers.
The Pittsburgh Steelers' current net worth is estimated to be $5.3 billion. It's crazy.
Okay, so in 1959, the Tennessee Titans, or at the time the Oilers, and in 1960, the Kansas City Chiefs were both sold for the exact same price.
Let me think.
$1.7 million.
40,000.
I'll go 420,000.
The closest is Smark. They both went for 25,000.
Damn it! I knew I should have went with 42,000, even though it still would have been closer for Smart.
See, and now you're starting to get into the territory where this seems like a bit of a, at least for the Titans. I'm not sure if I'm going 25,000 today.
Titans are currently worth $4.9 billion.
With a B.
And the Chiefs.
Hold on a second. Chiefs are worth $4.85 billion.
A pretty steep price for. So the Cardinals bought in 1932. Well, not steep, but steep for the time.
1942, steep for the time.
32.
32. I will go 240,000.
I'm undercut you and go 100,000.
I'm gonna go 99,999.
Closest to not going over. Price is Right rules.
Well, if it was Price is Right rules, you'd all lose because it was 50,000.
Jesus. They're currently worth $4.3 billion.
Okay. 1966 was the next most expensive, with the sale of the Oakland Raiders, LA Raiders, wherever the fuck they were at the time.
What year was it?
1966. 1966.
$1 million seems reasonable at this point.
We'll go 850,000.
I'm gonna go 275,000.
That was less than 1,000 off. Then 100,000 off. It was 180,000.
Jesus Christ, we're all going way over on this shit. They're currently valued to be $6.7 billion. That's sixth in the league.
Next one was 1964, the Detroit Lions.
$47. I mean, I know you were saying that it's like ascending, but I'm still going to go 47.
Blowjob and unconsensual anal.
75,000.
They are the first to crack 7 digits, with the sale being $5 million.
Fucking Fords, who retards? They're currently worth $4.9 billion, the 28th most valuable franchise.
1967 saw the sale of these. These are all increasing in price as they go. 1967 saw the sale of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Good God, it just gets worse as it goes. I will say 5.8 million.
I'm gonna go 8 mil.
I'll go 300 million. Or sorry, 3 million. 3 million.
And for the first time, we've got someone getting it bang on. It was indeed 8 million.
Ah, well done, Smark. They are currently worth 4.1 billion. Wait,
1997 was the last time that the San Francisco 49ers were sold.
1997. So we're getting up there. I will say 45 million.
I'm gonna go 60.
I'm gonna go 13 million.
And we've got another one that is bang on. It was sold for 13 million.
Yeah.
Jesus. Wow.
1972 saw the sale of the Baltimore Colts.
Okay.
Just real quick, how much are the Niners currently worth?
8.5 billion.
That land.
Yeah, Colts in 72.
72.
I'm gonna say 14 million.
I'll say 17 million.
Like it's gonna sound like a dick move for 10 million. I think it'd be like 13 and a half. Because you said it was ascending, but it's 1972, so you can't push it that far.
Well, the closest were without going over was Matt. It was 15 million.
Damn it. They're currently worth 4.3 billion. I'm sorry, 4.35 billion.
In 1985, the New Orleans Saints, and in 1984, the San Diego LA Chargers were both sold for the exact same price. 84 Chargers and 85 Saints.
22 million.
Oh, that's exactly what I was gonna say. 22 million, $1.
25.
But this is actually quite a steep jump. Both of them were sold for 70 million.
Jesus. All right, the Saints are currently worth 4.4 billion. And the Rams are worth 7.6 billion. Jesus Christ, they're the second most valuable team.
Again, gotta do that. Land.
Yeah.
In 1989, the sale of the Dallas Cowboys to Jerry Jones was completed.
I want to say, fuck it, let's just jump it all the way up to 100 million.
Yeah, I'm jumping super high too. I'm going to go 250. 250.
I was going to go at 90 million.
Closest without going over was Cheese. They were sold for $114 million.
Damn. And they're currently the most valuable franchise in all of sports at $10.1 billion.
All of sports? Even more than the Yankees?
Even more than the fucking Yankees.
That's
even more than Arsenal?
I don't know. I think it just sticks with American.
In
It
Birmingham,
says in all
United.
of sports, though, so yeah.
Even more than the New Orleans Breakers of the UFL.
Yep. More than the Montreal Alouettes. Probably all of the CFL combined.
Even more than the Chicago Sky, led by Angel Reese.
Anal grease.
Okay,
Keep her mouth
1990.
shut. Every time I see a quote from her, it gets more ridiculous.
1994 saw the sale of the New England Patriots.
$250 million.
Going 200 this time. 200.
I'm I'm gonna go 1.75 million.
1.75.
Yep.
Again, this is ascending.
Sorry, I don't know why I said 1.7. 175 million. I don't know why I said point.
Well, you were the closest, but you all went over. They were sold for $172 million.
I was only off by 3 million. Their estimated net worth is between 7 and 7.9 billion.
Sticking with 1994, that year also saw the sale of the Philadelphia Eagles.
175 million.
I'll go with 180 million.
190.
Closest without going over was Cheese. They were sold for 185 million.
Damn. Currently, we're 6.6 billion, 12th most valuable franchise in the world. Damn, if I'd have read down further, it says by Jeffrey Lurie, who purchased the franchise for 185 million in 1994. I could have had the answer right there. That's the first one that's shown what they actually were bought for.
Next up is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 1995.
Several golden doubloons. Let's go with 197 million. I don't know why that number jumps out at me. I can show you the film. It's not on there anywhere. I didn't just cheat. I mean, I'm sure it's obvious because I didn't get it right. But.
I must say 196 million plus the copyrights to Gay Pirates.
Slaying the gay pirate, he's a gay pirate, run a hole in the wall on my knees. Slaying the gay pirate, he's a gay pirate, run a hole in the wall on my knees.
Killing time for Smart.
Well, welcome back, Spark. We're on the 1995 Buccaneers.
Fuck it, I'll go 2 million again. I didn't hear what anybody else said, so if I undercut or stole somebody's answer, sorry.
No,
you all were close, but you all were slightly over. It was 192 million.
Oh. And I'm gonna beat you until your guts fall out of your pussy.
1997. How much are the Buccaneers worth?
Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, I forgot I didn't fucking say it. 5.4 billion. So kind of small in the grand scheme of things.
1997 saw the sale of the Seattle Seahawks.
Now I'll go with that 197 million again. I don't know why.
220.
Solid 200 million.
Again, all over, but Cheese was closest. It was $194 million.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
Currently worth $5.45 billion.
2002 saw the sale of the Atlanta Falcons.
315 million.
328 million. See what I did there?
Why are we all jumping so much? Give me 233 million.
Wow, you all should have jumped more. They were sold for $545 million.
Okay, mine says 544 million. Oh wait, that just says the team's revenue was 544. My bad. They are currently estimated to be worth $4.7 billion. Arthur Blank owns the Falcons and is also the owner of the Atlanta United FC and Atlanta Drive GC. The fuck is a GC? Another Atlanta United FC. That's football club. What the fuck is GC? Gay club?
Girls club.
Golf.
What was the team called?
Golf. The Atlanta Drive.
It sounds like a golf now. That or some racing.
Arthur Blank, the only guy to have kids when he's shooting blanks.
We built a home, though.
Okay, so the final set of teams to be sold for the exact same price was the 2000 Baltimore Ravens and the 2005 Minnesota Vikings.
I'm trying to remember what the last number was. Shit.
560? 550?
The last number was 545.
Okay, 545.
One
Years later.
One bill.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but I'll undercut you a bit. I'll go 950 million.
I was thinking 712 million.
All went over. Closest, of course, them being Matt. They were both sold for 600 million underdog.
Jesus Christ. And now Baltimore's worth 6.03 billion. What was the other team again? I forgot.
The Vikings.
No one cares. Hold on. Vikings net worth is 4.65 billion.
$2,000 saw the sale of the New Jersey Jets.
$615.
The circus is in town. I'm gonna go with 850 million.
Sorry, Smart.
Smart got taken by the Dark Carnival.
They were sold for $635 million.
Oh, damn.
Close.
And now they're worth $6.9 billion.
I don't know if I'd pay that for the New York Giants.
1999 was the year for, and also hilarious True North. 1999 was the year for the Houston Texans.
I mean, they didn't really buy the team; they just started the team, didn't they?
True, but
expansion team.
1.2 billion.
how much did it cost them to do so? Basically.
I still don't want to break that billion mark yet because things have been going up slower than I thought.
Well, this is 1999 too.
Right. 800 million.
I must say 650.
Closest was Matt. It was 700 million flat.
Damn it.
Imagine in 1999 paying that, but then like watching the Giants get sold for less than that a few years later.
5.5 billion is their current net worth. Somehow they're the 12th most valuable team in the NFL.
2010 was the year that Stan Kroenke got his hands on the then St. Louis, now LA Rams.
I thought we did the LA Rams already for some reason.
No, we did the Chargers.
Oh, okay. I looked up the wrong one earlier. I looked up the Rams. Well, just to get back real quick, the LA Chargers net worth is $5.1 billion. The LA Rams are second in the league behind only Dallas.
Okay, I'm not going to do a billion this time. I'm going to go to 999.
Well, since it keeps going up by what year were they sold again?
2010.
Oh yeah, 2010. You definitely got to get up into the billions. Then give me 1.2 billion.
I'm gonna say 950 million.
Technically, Matt's the closest, but you're all over. But it's the first time I am able to use the word billion. They were sold for $750 million.
750,000 in 2010. That's crazy.
I guess it is 2 years after the recession, so.
And now they're worth. Hold on, let me pull it back up. $7.6 billion.
1 year late.
People really love Matthew Stafford.
It's Kelly.
For
They love
Kelly.
True.
1 year later was the year that the Khan family got a hold of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, they have a lot of money, and so they're probably just like, we really want to own an NFL team, so we're gonna pay out the ass. So this is where I'll say 950 million.
Based solely on my belief that Tony Khan or the Khan family would be willing to overpay for something, I'm going to go ahead and hit that $2 billion.
$2 billion is a bit much. They do like to overpay. That's why I was going to say like 1.6 billion. By the way, Kelly Stafford's net worth is $1 million.
She's priceless to me.
Fucking slut. $760 million.
No way.
Yes, way.
He pays his wrestlers more than that now.
Why does this seem like just ethically unfair somehow? Like, this seems like some of this shit should be illegal.
His yearly cocaine bill is higher than that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, 1 year later, so the sale of the Cleveland Browns. How much did you say the Jaguars was worth?
I didn't yet, but it's 4.6 billion.
Cool. 2012 sale of the Cleveland Browns.
All right. Well, it keeps
800
going
million.
up. So it keeps going up by less than I think. But that's like later. Fuck it. Just give me 1 billion.
777,000,012
Have you said yet, Matt?
Yeah, I think I said 800 million.
Okay,
I might
so
have been the only person that heard it, but I laughed at the idea that they spent more money on this fucking beer oil. Mustache oil.
Okay. The closest was cheese. They were sold for $1.05 billion.
Jesus Christ. I was off by
The
50,000.
The Browns were the first team to hit the billion.
And the funny thing is, they're only worth 4.62 billion now. Not a great investment, as far as football teams go. Out of all these we've gone through so far, that's got to be the smallest fucking increase.
Plus, how much they're paying Garrett now. I mean, it really is money.
2008 saw the sale of the Miami Dolphins.
John Ross, or not John Ross, Stephen Ross. He's got that Michigan money. So he probably is like, look at me, I'm a Michigan man. Here's $1.3 billion.
I'm going to undercut you just a little bit and go $1.2 billion.
How much did you say the Browns were?
1.05.
1.1. It's just undercut everybody.
And we finally have another person getting it banged on. The Miami Dolphins were sold in 2008 for $1.1 billion.
Damn. Son of a bitch. Thought it was my turn finally.
I got 2 of those now.
What's their current value?
Oh, my bad. I got distracted fucking around with the dog. 7.1 billion. 8th in the league for franchise value.
And how much of that will be taken by Tua's estate for a wrongful death lawsuit?
Probably $1 billion.
2014 saw the sale of the Buffalo Bills to the Pagulas.
Pagula. Let's see. 1.1 was the last one. We're going up still. Let's jump it up a couple. Give me 1.25 billion.
You go 1.6.
I'm just gonna get crazy. Give me the $2 billion.
Okay, so the closest without going over, and I think closest overall, in fact, was Cheese, $1.4 billion.
Should went higher.
What is the
They're
current net worth of the Bills?
5.1 billion.
Cool. So 2018 saw the sale of the Carolina Panthers.
Were they bought by the guy who made the statue of himself that had to get taken down, or were they sold by the guy who had the statue of himself that needed to be taken down?
I believe
bought by
but
David
don't quote
Tepper.
me on that.
God, that kicked so much ass. It was him surrounded by like a panther on either side, and then I think he got in trouble for like being racist or something. But either way, the statue was pretty
Yeah, I'm just gonna go $2 billion even here.
I'm gonna go 2.2.
I'm playing high. Let me 2.3. Let's go on the opposite. Instead of undercutting, I'm overcutting.
Smark and Cheese were awfully close. It was $2.28 billion.
Smark's closer though. They're currently worth 4.5 billion.
Not bad in 7 years.
Yeah. David Tepper's net worth himself though is 21.3 billion. Jesus.
Wall Street money.
The second most expensive team of all time, the 2022 Denver Broncos, when they were bought by Walmart.
Okay. 2.3 was too high last time. I'm not going to go lower than it this time, though. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, so real quick here. David Tepper is not the guy with the statue. The statue was Jerry Richardson. Wikipedia, when the U.S. national anthem protest started in 2016, police brutality is reported against Panthers such as Stray Boston that Richardson prohibited his players from joining the protest after Richardson was forced to sell the team after, this is my favorite part, 2017 season following racist and sexist remarks made to team employees in light of the Me Too movement. David Tepper, the new owner, was forced to keep the statue up as, quote, contractual obligation of purchasing the Panthers, much to the chagrin of many fans. However, it was taken down and stored in a hidden place by the Panthers management in light of the 2020 Georgia Floyd protests. So this motherfucker had a contractual obligation that he would sell the team, but you better not touch the statue.
It's fucking crazy. Well, 2022, we got to jump the shit way up. So I said for my last guess 2.3, so I'm gonna double that shit up and say 4.6 billion.
I'm going 2.7 because I feel like after a while you start risking losing.
I'm going $5 billion.
Holy shit, geez, you were so close. $4.65 billion.
Shit. I keep getting close, but I can't hit the dead on.
What's the current net worth of the Broncos?
Not great. 5.5 billion. But it's only been a few years, I guess. So.
And the most recent and most expensive team sale of all time, the 2023 Washington Commanders.
Get him out of here. He's got AIDS.
I'm going $5 billion again.
I'm gonna go 6 billion.
I'm gonna go 6.05 billion.
Yay! Jesus finally got one. They were sold for 6.05 billion.
It's on the bottom line there. I cheated. That's how I was able to get so specific. But they're currently
sure.
worth 6.3 billion.
I want to say I think that sale too. It was the football team and all that, but also a couple other stadiums and land and buildings that were all part of that.
Yeah, well, so far it hasn't paid off for them because they were bought for 6.05 billion and they're currently worth 6.3 billion. So if they sell the team now, they made a profit of $250,000.
Million.
Sorry, $250 million. Oh, it's 1,000.
I mean, that's a decent profit in the, 2 years?
Yeah, that's a decent profit if it was like 2,000.
Not even 2 years. I think it would be 2 years next month.
Right, yeah, true.
Yeah, I wish I could afford to own one of these teams. Not because I love the sport, just because it's a never-ending money press. Keep printing your money.
Yep.
Fucking $7. It makes me so furious that the price is so low and that like they've ruined the franchise ever since.
And they lost money on the franchise.
If one person would have bought the Mitchell Trubisky jersey other than me, they'd have to make back their money. I bought my boot. I bought mine from like the Chinese bootleg, so it doesn't really count.
Some team shit.
DH Gate.
Anyhow, is there anything else that anyone has?
No, so we've been going for almost 2 hours now, so we could probably just get the fuck out of here.
Cubs Tigers starting Friday.
Yeah. We can shit talk next week after the Tigers beat the shit out of the Cubs.
They're already murdering one Chicago team right now.
Oh, White Sox don't count.
I was just literally just going to say that. Like, that doesn't really count.
Also, be careful with murder, because if you're playing in Chicago, my girl might come back.
That's like beating the fucking Avalanche kid on in Jeopardy.
I mean, he probably hits the buzzer really quick, so. Harder than you think.
Just because you haven't seen it tonight.
It's Snow fill the air, buries everything. Time to be scared. You better be aware. It's a nightmare.
I like how it transfers from his hands to the rest of him for a second. Kids like Michael J. Fox.
Anyhow.
Yeah, on that note, we can get the fuck out of here. Shout out to True North for hanging out in the chat tonight. Didn't see him in here, but shout out to Scott Gurr, not clear anyway. Shout out Craig. Shout out Bob Dole. Shout out to fucking Bobby Anthem as always. Love you, Bobby.
And speaking of Bobby Anthem, happy early 50th birthday for tomorrow, pal.
Probably mad at you for bringing that up now. Motherfucker, out me for being 50. I'm gonna cut that British motherfucker.
Don't worry, I messaged him to make sure it was okay.
I'll have to remember to hit him up tomorrow on WhatsApp. Wish him a happy birthday. But I'm forgetful, so just in case I don't, happy birthday, Bobby.
That's right, happy birthday.
But yeah, come back next Tuesday, 8:30 ish. We'll be here. We only got maybe 2 weeks left of this shit. We'll see what
Yeah, I
the
guess
standings look
2
like next week. Yeah, 2 weeks is probably it. We'll just go ahead and plan it for 2 weeks. Y'all get 2 more weeks of us, and then we're taking hiatus. So, come back. Till next week, though. Tits.
Chinaman.
Chinaman tits.